There's a difference between saying Mass in the cathedral here in Syracuse and saying Mass in the cathedral in Khartoum in the Sudan. I had just finished saying Mass at St. Matthew's Cathedral in the Sudan, and a man came up to me. He was from South Sudan. I could tell he was very tall, very black, and he said to me, "Abuna, Father, I need to tell you something. I'm a Christian, but I need to tell you something. I've been asked by the security police to come to your Mass." "Yes, Father." "They want to know what you're talking about, Father. They want to know. They want to know if you're talking religion or talking politics." So I said, "Well, if I talk about how the government came in 2 days before Christmas and broke down all the houses of the poor people who fled the war in the South, broke their houses down and took them out and threw them in the desert, is that religion or is that politics?" "Oh, Father, that's politics. That's politics." And if I tell you about the army stopping buses, pulling young men off the buses and forcing them to join the army to fight in the war in South Sudan, what is that? Is that religion or is that politics? That's politics, Father. That's politics. And if I told you about a poor man who was arrested for stealing food in the marketplace and then had his right hand cut off, is that religion or is that politics? That's politics, Father. Anything to do with real life is politics. Anything to do with real life is politics. So I said, "What can I talk about then?" "Well, just talk about God. Talk about the angels. Talk about the saints in heaven. Talk about God's kingdom in heaven. But don't talk about God's kingdom on earth. That's the kingdom of Omer Bashir. Don't talk about any kingdom on earth." And what about here in the United States? I would like to know. I'm a visitor. Where's the borderline between politics and religion? A couple of years ago, I went to Slocum House, the jail ministry house, and there's a picture on the wall. And that picture, there's a black girl, about 12 years old. And she has a school pack on her back, and she's walking to school. On her left is a state trooper. On her right is a state trooper. And she's slowly walking to school. And all around her, there's a mob of people. And these people are yelling at this girl, "Nigger, nigger, slave." And the girl, she said nothing. She just kept walking ahead. "Jesus, walk with me. Jesus, walk with me." You know what really bothered me most about this picture? It was the fact that these people who were yelling at this black girl, they were Christians. They were baptized Christians. They were Baptists and they were Catholics. Isn't that why people say sometimes the best way to avoid God is to become religious